Hello and welcome back to Two Brunettes in Baltimore.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Tara.
And welcome back for another episode.
We're back,
baby! Woo!
I'm so excited.
It's been so long.
I know. We were just sitting and chit-chatting while we were setting up and everything. We have to save it.
I
So
know.
let's get into it. I think we're just going to do a little recap.
Trip recap.
Yeah, Lauren
Update.
went to Aruba. She has some good updates.
God.
I went to New Orleans, a little bit in New York and Canada. So,
Oh my God, where do we even begin?
I want to hear your updates.
No, you. Okay.
No, I need to hear the updates.
I'll start with the updates.
I've been
So,
waiting.
I have some job updates for
Okay.
everybody. So I am starting a new job.
Oh my gosh.
The week of September 24th.
What? You're like, oh yeah, my thing's not coming in. Her schedule.
Because, okay, it's so fun when we give each other updates on the pod.
Yeah.
But I cannot believe I haven't told you this yet.
Well, you were like, yeah, I
So-
have an update. And I'm like, I'm not even going to ask any further details until we sit down and talk.
So that's why I don't have my schedule yet.
Okay, but I want to know what the job is.
It's L&D.
No way.
Yes.
You're
So,
doing labor and delivery.
I am. So I did shadowing and an interview the Friday before I left for the trip. So August 11th. So it's
Oh,
just like,
and guys, she clearly got her passport in time.
oh. Yes, I did. But I think it was like a few days, or
Yeah,
no,
it was like a week
It was like a
before.
week before. Thank God. So that was great. And then yeah, the Friday it was August 11th, so it was like pretty recently. But I shadowed. I shadowed for about like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, wow. That's a
And
long time to shadow.
It
now.
is. At the hospital, usually they have us do it for like 2 hours, but they were like so chill. They were like, you can stay as long as you want. And they literally were like, how long do you want to shadow for? I was like, I'll stay as long as you let me stay.
Yeah.
Like, and
That's so good. That's kind of smart. You get to
yeah,
see more of it, especially as an experienced nurse.
right. And like, it's because you train across it's like technically not just labor and delivery. It's labor and delivery, postpartum, antepartum, nursery, like like it's the whole floor is the OB floor.
So when you get into labor and delivery, like you said, you're just doing L&D.
No, so it is the whole floor.
So you have to be like any shift. You could be anywhere.
Yeah, which is
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Because it's basically like the whole OB unit is the whole floor, and it's like cool because they cross train you like across all of the specialties. They spend most of the time on labor and delivery because it's so like it's the most intense one, obviously. But you do get to like learn all the other areas. And when I shadowed that day, I literally loved it. I had the best day ever.
So what were you getting to see? What were you involved in?
I just saw labor and delivery because that's like, since it's the most like crazy intense side of all of it, that's what they kind of show you when you shadow. But
Did you see a birth?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I went and I was there from like, I went early from like, it was like 9 to, I don't even know, like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And they first put me with a nurse that was getting a patient that was going to be induced. And she was getting induced because she has chronic hypertension, and it was just safer to kind of get her induced that way. I think she was like 39 weeks or something. And it was interesting seeing it from like the beginning, because like the nurse was like, this is like a lot of how the patients are that they put you with when you first start, because it's more like schedule and you get to see it from like the beginning to the end. We set her up. We got her on like the contraction monitor, the fetal monitor. And
So are these things all new to you, or are you kind of like, oh, I have experience, I can kind of
basically like so much of it's new because
Yeah.
it's like literally a whole other world.
Right. Okay.
Like, and that's like, we talked a lot about it in my interview, because I had the interview right after the shadowing that day. But they were like, yeah, like I mean, I learned it in nursing school, but like some of these things, the last time I thought of these things was in nursing school. So like, it is like crazy. It's going to be like a huge learning curve, but I'm so excited. Like,
at least it's hands-on.
Yes.
That's the really good thing about
Yeah.
nursing. It's like you're really hands-on. Like you make a mistake once, you're definitely not going to do it again, because it's
right.
you're literally doing
and it's easier to learn and pick it up when it's hands-on like that. And like I just know, well, it was just like, it was so cool. Like basically we got her all set up. They do insert their own IVs there, so we put in an IV, kind of got her on fluids, like got her all like ready, and then I got to kind of see how that process was. But then like midway through my time with that nurse, she was like, oh, like you should go in this other room, because this patient is actively pushing right now, like go see if you can go in this room. So I switched and I was with another nurse for the like last half of it, and I basically got to see this other patient like start pushing, like from when she started pushing to when the baby came out.
Oh my gosh.
And it was about like, she only was pushing for like maybe like, I think it was like an hour or two.
An hour?
I think so.
What?
I think, yeah, it was
my
like maybe like an
gosh.
hour and a half. Which is like, yeah, it's like a long time.
That's a long time.
So I didn't mean to say only pushing, but like that was the timing. I think it was like she delivered.
I also have no idea anything about like,
it can like vary. I mean, it was her no, it was her second baby. So like it is faster once you have more kids usually. If it's your first baby, it can be longer. But yeah, I think it was maybe like an hour and a half. But she was like, it was crazy. Like the environment in that room was so chill. Like they had the lights off. It was just a midwife, the family member, the husband. It was like her mom, her husband, the midwife that was delivering the baby, the nurse, and then another nurse, because there's always like 2 during the delivery, which I learned. And once the baby comes, one of them takes over the baby real quick. Oh yeah. And then one of them takes over the mom, just to make sure everything's good. And it was like amazing. Yeah. Like and the nurse was so nice. She was showing me like exactly kind of the nurse's role during the birth, and kind of monitoring the baby's heart rate and everything with the baby, waiting for the next contraction on the monitor. And then you can feel like when the contractions started, like her belly was like hard. It was like your forehead.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And then like she starts pushing.
You just look so happy talking about this. I'm so excited.
I am so, and I like I know it's gonna be like it's gonna be a huge learning curve, but like I'm like ready for it. Yeah. And like I'm so excited. I haven't felt this excited about like work in so long. Like, and
I can't believe it's starting so soon.
So yeah, that was the other thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, they basically, and after she like, when it was a baby boy, the parents have like a girl, and then they were having a boy. It was like so cute. And as the baby's like getting delivered, I literally started tearing up. Oh, I was like getting like, I had the chills. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. I was like, oh my god, I can't start crying. But like I was tearing. I definitely got like choked up a little bit watching, because it was just seeing the parents' emotions was like the main reason that I was like, because like just seeing how elated they were, like, oh my god, and like seeing them with the baby, like,
oh my gosh,
it was crazy. And then I got to kind of see what they do with the baby after. I mean, this baby was like stable, it went great. So like they had the mom do like skin to skin.
Did they clean the baby first?
Yeah, they did. And then
I've always said like, I don't want to touch my baby until it's clean. I don't.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, we didn't do like they don't do like a whole bath until like 24 hours or 12 hours or something. But they like wiped him down, and it was nice too, because the manager, so the assistant nurse manager, like usually nurse managers are pretty much in their office. Like it's not like they're bedside on the floor much, but their office is on the floor. And the assistant nurse manager was helping during the whole delivery. And like usually like I feel like you don't see the managers like jump in, but she was acting as the baby nurse like during the delivery. And it was like so nice to see that, to see how much they like actually like get involved. And she was nice too, because I was supposed to have my interview at like 1, but then the baby was still like getting they were still like pushing at that time, and she was like, just wait, we'll do it after the baby comes. Like she knew I wanted to see it. And then I went to so that was the assistant nurse manager, and then I went to the nurse manager's office, and she is so nice, like had the best conversation, did not feel like an interview at all. Most of it was her telling me about the unit itself and the orientation and everything. And at the end of it, she literally offered me the job, like, in person.
Oh
and
my gosh, that's
like,
awesome.
She told me that she was like, I don't see why we wouldn't. She said, last thing is I just have to reach out to your current manager, which I had told my manager about it. So she was just going to call her. And then
congratulations. This is so exciting.
And then I got the official offer like that night, like in my email, and I accepted it and everything. And it says my start like day, which they say that, but it might not be that day. It's September 24th, which is a Sunday. So it'll be that week, which is like so
are
soon.
you going to work? Like, you know how your schedule goes until mid-September right now? Are you going to just, like, work those first couple weeks on the unit you're on now?
Like, the first, like, after that?
Yeah.
No, so
you get time off?
I think so. I think. Because my manager, she was like, oh, yeah, I scheduled you up until this point. Mm-hmm. And I think that's it. Like, I think she's going to allow me just to kind of, like, I'll have like a week and a half off in between, which is so nice. And well, I have one day in between that's like a presentation day for, it's like our nurse residency program. It's like the last day. It's like our graduation presentation of our projects that we've been working on for like months. But that's not anything crazy. And I think that's the only thing I'll have like in between.
Oh my gosh. This is so exciting.
So I like literally am like so excited. And I was like, you know, she was like saying like, obviously it's so different. It's a whole other world. Like, and she was like, but having your experience does help. Like, and some people like think it won't because it's so different. But now I don't have to go over the like new grad nurse basics.
Also,
like,
I feel like you
basics.
have confidence just having a year under your belt. Like, you know how to deal with a human being.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
there's no fear of, oh my gosh, am I going to mess this up?
And, like, you know the basics. Like, I know how to hang an antibiotic. I know how to hang fluids. I know how to draw labs. Like, it's, like, those things. If I was starting as a new grad in L&D, like, you have to learn that and you have to learn the whole specialty. But having that, she was, like, that helps so much. And I told her, I was, like, how do I best succeed here? Because I really want to succeed. And she was, like, the best, you know, she was like, you will. She was like, we teach you everything in the orientation. Like, you'll have class and everything. But she was like basically just kind of being a sponge, taking it all in. And she told me, she was like, if you want, there's this like fun little book on Amazon that she always tells people, like, if they want like a little just thing in their pocket to kind of help them sometimes, or even like, because this specialty is so different, like, and I haven't like gone over this stuff since nursing school. She was like, some people like reading this just to kind of have a reference and like a reminder of certain terms since you haven't seen them in a while. So it's like L&D in a nutshell or something. L&D nursing in a nutshell. So I ordered it on Amazon.
That's good. It's so nice that you have a manager that's literally gonna like go out of her way and give you recommendations of things that will help you succeed.
Yeah.
Like, I love seeing that and having leaders that are looking out for you, especially before you start.
It makes a difference because now I feel like, and like having that connection, like she was just so nice and she made me feel like, okay, I'm going to be able to go to anybody when I have questions. And orientation for like my current unit was 3 months when I started. This orientation's 5 months.
Oh, wow.
Because you get trained on all the sections. They do mainly, like, more of the time will be in L&D because it's the most crazy. Oh, and this unit gets like a lot of high risk pregnancies, so it is like kind of critical care in a sense, because we get a lot of patients that are just like high risk because they have like other comorbidities and things.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a really good experience. Basically, she was saying, like, she was like, usually after this unit you can go to like any L&D unit because you get like all that high risk experience.
This is so exciting. I actually cannot wait to hear about the stories.
It's
and
crazy.
everything.
Like, and like I know it's gonna be hard when it is those sad moments because she was saying she was like, I tell this to everyone so they know, like, we do take the patients that come in for terminations, but not like elective terminations. Like basically terminations if the fetus has like a disease that's incompatible with life, or like they have to deliver the baby at like 20 weeks or the mother will pass away. Things like that. They'll see like a lot of And she was like, we do sadly see a lot of fetal death.
Yeah.
But I like with that, like I was, I told her like, obviously that's going to be, I'll have to figure out how to deal with that.
Yeah.
But I feel like I can be that person to like be there for like the mom in that moment. And like so many things in nursing are going to be hard to get through. But it seems like they have a lot of like support when that does happen on the floor. Like a lot of people support each other when it comes to that. They have like resources for that stuff.
That's good.
And obviously there'll be like really happy moments too.
I know, like you were saying, you were like tearing up.
So
like,
it just depends.
Happy.
It depends. And every day is going to be different.
But that goes with any nursing job.
Yeah.
Like any day could be
right.
anything.
Right. That's why I'm like, I might as well be doing something I love.
Yeah.
And like every time I've told someone about the job, I'm so happy.
Yeah, good.
And I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
And I think I've just noticed a change in myself. Like I'm actually like really like looking forward to it and like learning and everything. And when I went, they like gave me the scrubs because you have to wear like the hospital scrubs.
I was gonna ask, were there different color scrubs?
They were like royal blue instead of navy. I have so many navy scrubs now that I'm gonna have, but it's okay.
Yeah, put them away, save them for the future.
I'll have them. Nurses always have navy, I feel like everywhere. But so that's like
so exciting.
That's what's happening, which is like insane.
Yeah.
And she was like,
you just seem so like
I just feel
like blossoming with
is what I was gonna say. So I was telling like the nurse I was shadowing, I was like, because one of the nurses had started the day I started last year, so she was like same amount of months or a year basically into nursing as well. And she was like, I told her about the bridge program originally, how I was originally thinking about ICU instead. And she was like, you're too bubbly for the ICU. She was like, you gotta come somewhere like this. And I was like, that's so true. Like ICU nurses are more like, they're usually more like harsh and like not as, I don't know. She was like, you're too bubbly for that. Like come over to us. Like this is where like the good side is, whatever. And only thing is, so literally that whole day went perfect. I bet your question is what I'm gonna say.
Say it.
If I'm working days or nights.
I was gonna ask what are the hours? Is it the same or no?
Literally, like the whole day went perfectly. I was like, there's like no con to me about this job currently. And this isn't even a con. Because if I were to go to the ICU, which was the original plan, I would be rotating again. I would be days and nights or just nights. So it's like, I'm going to have some nights no matter what I do. So she said,
I was getting used to you on days.
I know. She said, unfortunately, right now they don't have like a straight days position open, but like there's always a list that you can get on. She said for at least the first 6 months, I'll have to be straight nights.
What?
But I was like, okay, like maybe it'll be better than rotating because I'm not going back and forth constantly.
Also, at least it's going to be in the winter.
Yeah, right.
Like, on seasonal depression's happening anyway. I'm like it's dark out.
It's dark. You can sleep during and it's like, I knew that I would have nights no matter what I did next because it was either going to be ICU or this. And it's like, I knew that I was excited about this job because it didn't even bother me that it was going to be nights. And nights on other floors are like boring and drag, but nights on L&D is the same thing as days. It's like because babies are born during the night too. So it's like, it's still going to be busy.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. And one girl from my unit who used to work on my unit and she works on L&D, she works nights. So I'll be working with her. And 5 months of orientation, the first 5 months, they said that at least 70% is going to be days because they train you on days. Yeah. So I will be days for like 5 months or so, or like mostly days. And then I'll switch to nights like probably like next year. But it's okay. Crazy, I'm not, and I'll be making more. And I won't have to pay for parking because of nights.
True.
So like, and I'm an RN2 now. They like went through with my whole application, so I'm technically an RN2.
Okay.
Since I'm a year in, so that already like helps with that stuff too.
That's good.
So,
my gosh, I cannot wait. I'm so excited to hear all the stories and everything. I think this is gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so different, and like, because my like last shift currently scheduled on my current unit is like September 14th. Mm-hmm. I literally have 3 weeks left as of tomorrow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, and I'm starting to get sad about the people that I'm leaving because, like,
do they know?
So, I haven't like told everybody yet, but I told people I'm like, I want it to come from me. Like, I don't want it to just be like talked about. And like, I told my manager. So like, and I think a couple other people know. Really, I haven't like told many people yet. So. Since I'm back, well, I had COVID after Aruba,
I know,
so I haven't been back to work in like 2 weeks. So starting tomorrow, I'm gonna start like telling everybody. But obviously, like my manager, like all of those people know. It's just like it's sad when you start making those connections. Like after a whole year, it's like obviously I have like friends on my unit, but a lot of those people are leaving to do their next thing anyways. So it's like I'm not gonna stay just. Because a lot of the people are leaving, so it's like, but yeah, so that's happening.
So insane.
So it's gonna be like a lot, like the end of this year, but I'm so excited for it, and like,
is it also like, do you also have to do weekends as well? Like, and
so
3 or 4 shifts. Like, what is the deal?
3 shifts, still 36. So thank God, no 40 back to 48 or whatever it was. And then still every 3rd weekend, same thing as this unit. And then 1 winter, 1 summer holiday, which is the same thing as I was doing now. But because it's such a giant unit and it's like covers all the sections, there's like 140 nurses or something.
Oh my god.
And they were like, so it's super easy to make switches because there's so many nurses. Like compared to like my unit now. And like usually like people will want to work your holiday. Like she was like, I rarely see people working the holiday they're scheduled for because they'll find someone that wants to work that one instead of this one or whatever. So
oh my gosh, that's so good.
So, and it's just like crazy to me because like everybody that I've told too, they're like, I see you in that. And I'm like, do you? Like I feel like when I was on the floor, like watching the nurses, I was like, this is like so me. Yeah. And I just like,
I feel like you're more personable. Like, you're just, you can communicate, you're fun, you're outgoing. And that's something that you need. Like, this is a human having a baby. Right. You can't make this thing awkward. No. Like, you got to be in it. And you're in it with the mom.
Right. And I'm like, I just feel like that, I just like, I'm so passionate about that. And I love like women's health and like, you know, fetal health and everything. And like, I had thought about PACU and like a couple other things before this, but all of that kind of isn't enough patient interaction for me. Even with ICU, like a lot of the patients might be sedated and everything, and you don't get as much like of those connections. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. But enough about me.
I can't wait. I literally am just so excited. Like you're already giving such good energy.
I can't believe it's like happening so soon. Yeah. Also, I'm almost at a year. Like August 29th is my year mark at this job, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
But,
insane. I can't believe it's happening.
I know. Like, I know.
Oh
and like,
God.
I feel like now I'm just, and I got the book in the mail, the L&D book, so I'm like excited to start reading it. I'm actually excited to like study this and like get back into it. Oh my gosh. And now my whole TikTok is like L&D, like the whole thing.
Good. Yeah, like you're just watching all L&D things. Yeah. That's so exciting. I feel like you're gonna love this.
I know. I hope so. I think I will. Yeah. I think I will.
And I think having the, like after 6 months, you'll have the, like you can go to days.
Yeah. She was saying like, that was her being safe too, so it could be before that.
And I feel like that's totally fine because you're gonna be in the winter,
right? And like 6 months is 6 months, like it goes fast,
especially starting something new,
right? Like you look, and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna be so busy anyways, and the holidays and all of that. So,
oh my gosh, I can't wait! I'm so excited.
But tell me about your trips.
Okay.
Where do you even begin?
I know.
Begin in chronological order.
Okay, so we'll start out. I went to New Orleans with my childhood best friend Zoe, and we were visiting my older brother Robbie and his girlfriend Kate, who live down there. And they have a little pup together, Lily. She's so cute.
She looked so cute in your pictures.
Like, literally the cutest, sweetest thing ever. She's a golden retriever. They rescued her. But we had such a great time together. Like they were the best hosts, showing us around New Orleans. We did like we walked around Magazine Street. We went over to the French Quarter a little bit and walked around. Like we popped in and out of galleries and boutiques. Like
oh wow,
everything. And they're also like Kate's super artsy too, so she kind of has an eye for good art, and Robbie enjoys it as well. So Zoe and I were just like really enjoying like kind of getting to see all of New Orleans. Oh, and then one night we did White Linen Nights, which is like a street that has a bunch of galleries. They close it down and everybody shows up in like their best white linen outfit.
That's fun.
It's so fun. They have like music and drinks and everything. And then you go into the galleries and just like look around.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it was super, super fun. You have to go to New Orleans. Like, we should go with Ma.
We should. I know.
Imagine just like her taking us through
like her childhood
experiences and her childhood and like getting to actually see it.
I know.
We should make it happen.
I know. And like she's been wanting to go back too, because I don't even remember the last time she was there. It must have been like years at this point. Yeah. So that's so fun. I know. Did you love it?
Oh, it like
I feel like I would love it there. It made
me want to move.
Yeah.
Like it was so hot, obviously. Like it was 100 degrees, humid, whatever. But like I love the heat, number one. I don't want the hurricanes, but like all of the homes there were just different colors, like different like architecture, like everything just looked fun. My head was out the window the entire time.
It's like such a like scenic
lively place. Like, oh my gosh, everyone is just happy and lively. You're like, you can't be upset here. There's so much live music, so much art. Like
I feel like some of the houses give off like Charleston, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Kind of
like just southern, like the old southern colorful architecture. But oh my god, I want to go there so bad.
Yeah, you
like,
haven't been. Right?
No,
we have to go with Mom.
I know.
We should make a little girls trip.
How long's the flight?
It was like 2.5.
That's not even
bad.
Like
2.5 hours. Like it's not bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was amazing. We had such a good time.
How was the food?
Was so happy. The food was phenomenal. You can't, like, there's no bad restaurant in New Orleans. My mom was like, a bad restaurant in New Orleans won't survive.
Like, true.
So good.
So true.
We went to this one Mediterranean place. You would have loved it.
Oh my God. Yum.
And I tried like caviar and oysters. I know. I was experimenting.
Wow.
But we went to this place. Saba was so yummy.
Oh God.
And we got like a bunch of things to share, like
that's so fun.
Entrees and apps and everything. But oh my gosh, like from the food to the culture to the music and the art.
Did you buy anything when you were there?
I got the little
elephants. They're so cute.
It's like
she got these like
no evil, speak no evil, see no evil, and they're elephants, white elephants with a little crown on them.
I love it.
Yeah.
Aww.
So cute.
I just feel like I would love all the little shops.
Oh my gosh, you would.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And the vibe and the live music.
You would be like dancing around over there.
I am just, we have to go.
There's live music everywhere. We were at brunch one day and like a second line came through. Like all the music, and like it was just like, you're smiling. You're literally smiling. We should move there.
I'm down.
I literally said, I'm like, so, Robbie, would you be mad if I moved here and took over your city? He's like, you can't do that. I'm like,
two brunettes in New Orleans.
Right? I was like, oh my gosh.
My God, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. What a time.
Oh my
I'm glad you could go with Zoe, too.
Yeah, it was so fun.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Aww. Yeah. It was nice to see your brother, I bet, too.
Yeah.
And Kate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It, like, honestly, seeing them together made me so happy, too. Robbie, this is the one.
Wow.
I said to him before I left, I was like, all right, I officially approve. Like, I know I approved before. And I was like, I officially approve.
That's so nice.
Yeah. And they just love each other. Like,
how long have they been dating?
I think 2 years.
Okay.
Or like 2.5 now. But the way that they were interacting, like the way they look at each other. We went out to Pat O's, which is a piano bar. Mm-hmm. And like you request songs, you give some cash and request whatever. And we requested a couple songs, and like I don't think they requested it, but like one of the songs that they know, I think it's something like Louisiana Girl or something like that came on. talking about a Louisiana girl, and they were just singing and like holding each other, and just like, I was like, oh my god, you guys
why
are
am
so
I gonna
cute? Like they're so
that's
cute.
so nice.
Like I just am like the happiest sister. Like,
aww.
Yeah, you can tell they take good care of each other.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, funny story. So at Pat O's,
Mm-hmm.
Zoe and I did like Montgomery's Got Talent, the talent show in our town when we were growing up. To
Montgomery's Got Talent.
Like I'm sure you had one of those, and we did it to the song "Accidentally in Love" from Shrek.
Yeah,
I think. And so we were like, oh my gosh, we have to request it, like whatever. And they start singing like "You Ain't the Sharpest Tool in the Shed" song from Shrek, and Zoe and I are jamming. We're like, this is our song. I'm dead. And we were like, wait, hold on, that wasn't accidentally. That's not the one. It was just another song from Shrek. But so it's like one of those things. You were like, in the moment, you're just like, what the heck?
You're like, wait, what was that? That was not the song.
But we were having the time of our lives. Like,
that's so
I can't wait.
Fun.
We'll have to make a trip.
We have to go.
Like, yeah.
We have to.
Even we only went for 3 days, but it was like perfect.
Yeah.
Because you don't need so much time. Yeah. Whatever.
Wow.
But yeah.
Wow, that's so fun.
Yeah.
So you were there for 3 days, and then you went home to Jersey?
Yeah, so I came back here, then I went home.
Oh, okay. You had a lot of time off from work.
So I did.
Or did you work from home?
When?
Like at any point?
No.
During it?
During any of my trips, no, yeah.
Nice.
And then after that, I did a quick couple days in New York with Kateri.
Yes.
So Kateri's college best friend, college roommate.
Maisie.
Yeah, so we went to go
Peters.
see Maisie Peters in New York City, and we went with her sister and her high school friend. But we stayed like in the city, which was super fun.
At
I like
the Pendry,
doing that.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love doing like staying in the city sometimes because like we don't live there, but like we can go all
just
the
for
time.
the day.
Like it's not normal to stay there when you live that close. Mm-hmm. So it was fun to be able to stay and just like kind of get to experience what it would be like living in New York. And I decided like
it's not,
you'd be seeing so many people from high school or something just because like everybody in our area I feel like flocks to the city.
Yeah,
I feel like, oh my gosh, like who's that on the street?
Yeah,
who do I know? Like as if you were walking around Princeton or something. Anyway, so we stayed in the city. We saw Maisie Peters. It was so fun.
That's
like
so nice.
It was so good, and she was playing at Radio City Music Hall.
That's so
like
nice.
It was incredible. So little backstory: Maisie Peters was this very small little artist from the UK when we first.
She's from the UK.
Her. Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
I didn't even know that.
When we first found her, Kateri and I and one of our other roommates went to one of her concerts in DC. At a bar called DC9. Mm-hmm. So if any of you guys know what DC9 is, it's this tiny little space, like a small venue. She played upstairs, and we were this close to her.
That's crazy.
Like, so it's crazy. We met her. She signed stuff. Like, she came out. I like asked her, one of her managers. I was like, "Can you have Maisie come out?" And she came out literally and just talked to us. Like, it was kind of crazy.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And at this point,
you guys were like the OGs.
Yeah, we are the OGs. Yeah. At this point, I didn't know any of her music, and I was such a fake fan for the longest time. But she had a lot of like slower lyrical type music, and I would just cry on the spot to sad songs. Like that's just how I am. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of fun to see. I literally like Snapchatted Kateri a couple months ago. I was like, I can't believe I'm excited to see Maisie. But it's so incredible to see her grow, and like she played at Lollapalooza before Radio City, and then she's playing at Radio City Music Hall.
I stalked her. I was like looking at her Instagram, and she like posted something. I don't know if it was the night you went, but she was like, "This is like crazy. Like I went from playing in these like tiny places to now playing like this big crowd." And that's so nice.
So that was super fun. Like great experience to see her grow and everything. And then we did see her again in Montreal.
Yes.
And a little funny story, like we did she started doing a matinee, so you could get tickets and come early, and she'd play a couple older songs and do a Q&A and then take pictures. So we're there, and like we're literally just straight up talking to her. She's like, so was anybody at this show? You know, it was one of the very first. We're like, yeah, we were there.
Stop. That's crazy.
She liked my picture.
What?
Yeah. And so then Kateri goes to look, and Kateri's like, yeah, I went to go look at the photos she's tagged in and then see if she liked them. She's pretty picky about it. I was like, that's so funny.
Oh my
like,
God.
What are the odds? We just have so many connections. Like, from like the old sound guy wanting to talk to Kateri to the drummer to Maisie, like little things just that's like intertwining. So funny. But it's so fun to watch her grow and like seeing the people that like her are like Taylor Swift fans.
That's so fun.
Like whenever, you know how before a concert starts, typically I feel like I don't get there early enough, but for her I will, I guess. But before it starts, she'll always play like a Taylor Swift song to get everybody hyped up, and I'm the only one that doesn't know the words. Lauren, it's so bad. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
That's so fun though. Yeah. Oh my God. You're gonna have to see her again. Like each time she's here.
Yeah.
Like,
so every time she does a tour, we were saying we should go to a different city and just make a trip out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah. So that trip was in Montreal and Quebec City.
So you got to do a lot of like hiking, right? And
we
like
did hiking in Quebec City.
Sightseeing. Yeah.
Okay. Because from Quebec City, the mountains are like 30-40 minutes away. So we went to some of the national parks. Like it was really, really pretty.
Did you rent like a car or something?
For the second half. So when we were in Montreal, we didn't. In Quebec City, we did. But like old Montreal and old Quebec City just look like old European towns. It was so pretty.
Cool.
We're right in Canada.
Like it's like 6 hour drive. Close. Yeah.
Like
Wow.
it's literally so close.
That's so nice. Wow.
But it was just such a fun, good trip. Like I don't know. I've never been there before.
Yeah.
Have you been to Canada?
No.
Yeah. Like I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. What was it like? Just what was it like? Like what were the people like? Like
so like the part we were in, everybody spoke French and English.
Okay.
So we were worried because we both studied Spanish. So we were worried we weren't going to know French. Like obviously we tried learning, but like there's only so much that you could do to, you know, make your way through like not knowing a language. But everyone was just so kind. Like they would be like, oh, bonjour, and we'd be like, bonjour, and then they started speaking French, and you're like, and they were like, okay, you could have just said hello, and I would have known to speak English. They're like, whenever we get those blank stares, we know we need to speak English.
That's funny.
Everybody was, like so many people were so nice. Even just like at the hotels we were at, or like restaurants, like the waiters and waitresses, bartenders, whatever, like we would ask for recommendations and they all gave us really good places to go.
That's nice.
So it was like, I don't know, it's just a good experience overall.
Wow. I want to go to Canada too.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
There's so many cool places. Like we gotta go visit places.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Especially the places that are like easy to go to. We can just drive. Like,
I know. Crazy. And the flight. So we were thinking of doing a road trip. We ended up flying. The flight was an hour and a half.
That's so quick.
An hour and a half to get to Montreal from New York. But
that's crazy. What? That's crazy. Yeah. Wow. That's so nice. It was what fun. A time.
I know.
So now you're like, is it weird to be back and just like not traveling?
Yeah, because now it's busy season. So I had my little moment of like, all right, travel, get it out of the way before busy season
before
starts.
You grind.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to do like a little trip post busy season.
When does busy season end again?
October 15th.
October 15th. Okay. Yeah. All right. So a little fall getaway.
Yeah.
We should totally do that. And we have our like concert coming up.
I know. I'm so excited.
SZA.
I was thinking about that a lot because obviously I've been like going to these concerts. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. Like SZA. A bigger artist. It's gonna be so fun.
I know. Our outfits. We have to figure that out.
To wear.
No, I have no idea.
I have no idea.
We have a little time.
Yeah, we do. I'm so excited.
Me too. It's so soon.
Yeah, we have good things coming up.
Yeah. A lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
But a lot that's been happening too.
I know.
Did you feel like you got your like fix of like summer while you were on these trips or?
In Canada, it was actually like kind of gloomy most of the day. But we did like we were able to get to the pool at one of the hotels. Nice. And like be in the sun for a little bit, but really like not that much. Nothing like the Bahamas or like Aruba, you know. But no, it was honestly a little bit colder.
Okay. That's okay.
But it was totally fine. Like, it was like, oh, get ready for fall.
Yeah.
Like, it got me thinking about fall.
Crazy. I mean, I am excited for fall.
Yeah.
Fall's always really nice. Cozy.
Yeah.
But we still have some time.
Yeah, I know. We got some time to soak up the summer sun.
I have not been to the Jersey Shore all summer.
Me neither.
What the hell?
Should we go?
Yes. It's literally end of August.
Yeah.
We have to go.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay. We have to do that. Because that's ridiculous. Like, I've never.
It's sinful.
I've literally never done that before where it's been end of August.
And I've not gone.
Not gone
me
once.
neither.
I think because it's my first time living somewhere not in Jersey for the summer.
Yeah.
Like, this is my first. Well, yeah, because I moved kind of like end of summer last year to Baltimore. But like first time I'm like not living there.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy.
It's like harder to get there, but we should go.
I need to hear about Aruba. I got like a little bit of a story time before we started.
Oh God.
So I need to hear like the rest of the details.
So much. So, oh my God, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
weather was great.
Weather was perfect.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was like every day was like 80s, sunny.
Yeah.
That's it. And like there's always a breeze because it's a windy, like the area of Aruba we were in is like known to be like windy, but it was kind of the perfect breeze because you didn't like get overheated. Like, I mean, it was hot. Like we had to definitely go in the ocean like every like 15 minutes or else you get like hot.
Yeah.
Clearest water I've ever seen.
Were there waves and stuff or no?
No, it was like very still. It was like, it was literally perfect.
Oh my God.
And my dad said something like Aruba has like 360 nice days out of the year or something.
Oh my gosh.
There's only like 5 days where like it might not be nice. But no, it was like,
so
it was so nice. Like we flew, it was like an early flight.
So you got the day.
What is?
Like,
we got the day.
That's so nice.
It ended up being delayed like an hour, but that was fine because we still got there around like 4 p.m. or so. By the time we got to the hotel, settled in.
And how long was the flight?
About like 6 hours.
6 hours.
Like 5.
Wow.
It was like 5 hours 30 minutes on the way there. I think like almost 6 hours on the way back. More like 5.
Yeah. Longer
5 hours,
than I thought.
5.5 hours. But yeah, it was pretty long. But yeah, so we like got there and got to the resort and it was like so nice. Like there were like 2 pools. One had like a swim up bar.
Oh, that's so fun.
Everything was all inclusive. There were like 4 restaurants in the resort. There was all these shops. And then like a little buffet that would have like breakfast, lunch, dinner if you didn't go to like the restaurants. Yeah. And then it was like right on the beach.
Oh,
and there were like all these like clubs and bars like down the street. And it was just like unmatched, like bluest water. Like, and I've been to like other like Caribbean places I've been to, were like Jamaica and then obviously like I went to Hawaii, but like literally this water was unlike anything I've seen. It was warm. It was warm. Like, I mean, it was so like nice. Perfect. Like it wasn't like hot, but it was like not cold. Like it was just like perfect.
You were just like enjoying life.
Oh, and the resort had a spa too. And like it literally, there was like so much. I was like, what is going on? And so like our room was nice. We were laughing because our beds were connected.
No way.
Like literally they were pushed together. Like
that
it was
so
like
funny.
2 like full or queen size beds, I guess, but they were like connected.
That is so funny.
And then we had a balcony that like looked over.
That's amazing.
The beach and the pool. And yeah, like that first day we were like planning on like going out, but then we got there and like we were so tired. Yeah. Because we both had like a crazy week leading up to this. Like that was when I worked 4 days in a row. And then I had the next day I had my interview and the shadowing.
Gosh. Yeah.
And then I drove to Jersey that same day. And then I flew like really early. And then Alex, she's in grad school. So this was like her break in between the 2 years. So she had like finals and things like all the way up until we went. So like it was like definitely like we were dead by the time we got there. So that night we ended up like exploring the resort. Like we walked around, we saw where the pool is, we were like looking at all the restaurants, and then we ended up doing like room service that night because we were just Like, we wanted to go out. We were planning on it, and we both started falling asleep, and we were like, let's just, like, start fresh in the morning, because we were, like, dead.
Yeah.
And then next day, what's that? I think that was the day. So we went to, like, breakfast. Then we went to the beach for, like, half the day. And then we were like, we got to go to the pool bar. So then we went to the pool. The pool was, like, so nice. The swim up bar, like, it was, like, right in the pool.
Yeah.
And, like, they had, like, bar stools and everything, like, in the water.
Oh, that's so nice.
And then we met some people that we, like, kind of started drinking with, hanging out with, like this, like, brother and sister and their friends and fiance and whatever. It was fun. Like, it was just, like, nice to meet other people too.
Were they there, like, celebrating anything, or just
no? It was just, I don't think so. They were there for, like, a week. They left the same day as us, but they got there, like, a couple days before us. But they were nice. Like, we were just drinking with them, like, totally just, like, mingling, because a lot of the resort was, like, it was an 18 and up resort, but like, a lot of it were like young
couples. Same. That's how it was when I went to the Bahamas.
Or, like, friends, like, like adult friends, not like our parents' age, but, like, maybe, like, 30s, 40s,
like with young kids.
But it was like definitely, like, so nice, like, definitely a good crowd. Like, it wasn't like anything crazy. And then we were basically just, like, in the sun every day. That night we went to dinner. No, that night we slept through dinner because we had planned to meet these people we met for dinner, because we were like, they asked us if we wanted to go to dinner with them. Like, the dinner places are at the resort. Like, we were like, why not?
Yeah.
And then we were so dead from being in the sun, and we had like a late lunch, and we, like, ended up napping after we, like, got home from the beach and the pool, and then we, like, literally woke up and it was, like, way past dinner. We were like, it's fine. And then the next day we had signed up for snorkeling. So we went on a catamaran. It was like, we went at like 8 a.m, and then we were on there till like 1 p.m. And basically on the catamaran, it was like 80 people on this catamaran. And we went to 3 different snorkeling locations in the ocean, and the first one was like above this like ship that had sunk.
Oh wow.
Or sank. Yeah. And we got to snorkel and like see the ship underneath like the water, and it was like so cool. That one was like rough. Like, the water was like rough in that spot.
Wait, that's so cool though.
It was so cool. And I got one of those like cases around my phone, so I brought my phone, and it was fine. It didn't get messed up. And then the other 2 were like, that was like 60 feet deep.
Oh wow.
And then the other 2 were like 10 feet, and you could see like a lot of fish. We saw turtles, which I did snorkeling with the turtles in Hawaii. Alex has never been snorkeling before this, so she was like nervous, and I was nervous too, but I was like, snorkeling is fine. Like, it's not like scuba diving.
Oh my gosh, this sounds like such a fun trip.
It was. And then they gave us like, it was an open bar on the boat. We bought like it was like an excursion you could like buy. So it was like snorkeling, open bar, lunch. They had like really good lunch for everybody.
What did they serve?
And then it was like, they had like little sandwiches and like fruit in the morning, and then for lunch they had like rice, and then you can have like chicken or like fish. It was like, I don't know if it was salmon, I forget what it was. And then they had like salad. It was like a whole like thing. And it was actually like so good. It was like Arubian style. And then we were on the boat for like a while. Then right when we got off the boat, we were like, let's go to the beach for the rest of the day. Like, what else are we gonna do? And then that night we went to dinner. We went to one of the restaurants. It was like an Italian restaurant. Food was so good. Oh my god. Like, everything here was like amazing. And then we were gonna go clubbing that night. And then that's when we got sick. So that day we started the day before we started feeling sick, but it wasn't like bad. And then Monday,
you probably just like brush it off, like, oh, we're just tired.
I was like, we're just exhausted. Like, we're just overexerting ourselves. Like, And then that day when we were going to go out, we were at dinner and we were like dying. We were like And I was like, Alex, like, I
don't feel good.
She was like, me either. And like, we wanted to go to the clubs, like, because we had heard so much about them. Because basically the resorts were like all right on the strip, the same strip that all like these like clubs were on. So like, it's so easy to walk to. And we didn't end up going because we were dead. And we didn't have any medicine at this point. But then I woke up in the morning still like feeling so sick, so we went and got some like medicine, and then we started feeling like better. Went to the beach that day.
That's such a bummer that you got sick. It was
because it was like we still had like days left, but once we had gotten like some like medicine that we found in like one of the little shops, we
hunted and gathered for some medicine.
That we literally found. No, it was like some medicine that was like literally not like I didn't know it was no brand we're used to. I was like, but this was like it was like the only thing we could find. But then we started feeling okay, but like I had to take it around the clock. Like every like 6 hours I was taking that medicine. Like but it was fine. Like we were still able to lay out for like the last few days be in the ocean all day. Like we just weren't going like crazy at night drinking because we were like so dead.
This sounds like such a fun trip.
It was like
it sounds like it was so
being sick
good.
Really didn't impact it for me. I felt it more once I got home. And then by the time then when we came home, we also found this like really cute ice cream place, or no, it was like a gelato place, like down the road near some of the clubs one day, and it was the shape of like a little bus.
Oh my!
And at the top, it was like it's like a double-decker bus, I guess, and at the top or where all the tables were, and you can like sit and eat up there. And
that's so
you could
fun.
Like see, it was so cute. And we got like coffee there too. But it was so fun. And then our flight was delayed going home by like an hour, so.
Were you already at the airport, or did you?
No, so we got an extra hour.
Yeah.
We were already packed and we already checked out, so we just like laid at the pool like in our clothes. And then we flew home to Jersey, and then we both tested. Well, I tested negative that night. I was like, let me take a COVID test. Like I had at-home tests. It was negative, and I was like, okay, like I can go to my work meeting on Thursday.
Yeah.
So I drive all the way to Baltimore at 5 a.m. to go to this meeting.
Oh my god.
I go to the meeting because I tested negative at that point, and I was like, it's probably a cold mixed with being exhausted. And then Alex texts me like 2 hours after I have this meeting. Like I get home from the meeting, she's like, hey, like I just tested positive. And I was like, oh. So then I tested positive that day, and I've been out of work ever since.
Out of work ever since.
That was like Aruba in a nutshell. That wasn't even a nutshell.
It seems so fun.
It was beautiful. Like you have to go. You've never been, right?
No. Yeah,
I want to go back like eventually, because it's one of those places that there's nothing else like the weather.
Yeah.
And the people there are so nice.
I like the island people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like it's interesting because I didn't know this, but they have like a language. It's like a mix between like Spanish and like two other languages.
Interesting.
And like a lot of the like words and like on the buildings and everything were like Spanish. And I was like, I didn't like, even my dad who's like Hispanic, like he didn't know that.
Yeah.
And a lot of their music, they were playing like so much Spanish music. So it was
that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and they would have like water aerobics in
my gosh,
like classes in the ocean and in the pool, and it would be like these crazy fun songs.
Oh my gosh, did you do them?
We didn't end up doing it, but because we were just like on the side, but it was funny like watching all these like moms.
Yeah, that is so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
it was just it was nice to like travel with Alex too, because we haven't like traveled together in so long.
Yeah,
but, yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. It was just nice to have like a trip with your like childhood best friend.
I know.
And then just to like kind of not close out the summer because it's not done yet, but
that's so fun. Like it honestly just seems like so much fun. I feel like we have so much to like do too.
Together. Like,
I know.
We need to do this together.
Because like we keep doing things with our other friends. I'm like, we gotta do it.
We need to
like
make
we gotta
a trip happen.
We'll have to do it.
Go to the Jersey Shore.
Yeah. And I think the Poconos are like something like that would be fun in the fall.
After busy season.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. All right. What a good recap. Yes. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Listen on Apple or Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And hope you have a good week and stay positive.
Cheers.
Bye.